You are Locked On Texas Tech, your daily podcast on the Texas Tech Red Raiders. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Great to be with you again on Locked On Texas Tech on the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day, always free and available on YouTube or anywhere you get podcasts. And today's episode brought to you by Gametime. Download the Gametime app, create an account, and use our code LOCKEDONCollege for $20 off your first purchase. With the only Chris Level, I'm Casey Cowan. Chris, great to be back with you, dropping in with another portal edition to discuss for the Red Raiders. And this time, we're back to the trenches as we've got some more help along the offensive line ready to ride. Tell us about this most recent addition.
Yeah, Will Jados, 6'8", about 310, was on campus over the weekend with a lot of family, I think, and maybe even his fiance. But this is Reggie Virgil's teammate from Miami of Ohio, the Red Hawks. And he is going to play offensive tackle for you. I think that he is somebody. Let's see, Wake Forest, Oklahoma State, Pitt. Trying to think of those were some of the offers. All these guys, all these offers. It starts to blend together. But I think that's right with him. But I think it's somebody that they identified rather quickly, and he's got the measurables, and the question really with him now becomes, because this is a huge addition, literally, is he's going to play tackle for you, in my opinion. The question becomes is it right or left? Because that really will depend on what else you go do. And I think you have plans on adding another tackle is the hope, and not necessarily the hope, but I think the plan. And that could push Will to left or keep him at right or whatever. We'll just kind of have to see how that plays out. But this is, again, experience. I think he's got something like 38 starts under his belt or something. I mean, this is just kind of what you needed to do here is go add, because now you've got two of them, two guys that have played a ton of football, have been really good at it at the, quote unquote group of five level. And they'll be asked to step in here and play right away, and be good. And I think that they will be good. It's just a matter of where they're playing, I guess, because that's the other thing about Jados is he's going to provide some position flex as well too, in that you can put him on either side of the line. But I think he's a tackle. That's what he's at. He's not. You're not putting the 6'8" dude at guard or at center. I don't think that's going to happen. So, is it right? Is it left? That's the question now. And that remains to be seen, because it just matters of who emerges in your program. Where is Will most comfortable? What else do you add? All these questions still need to be answered. But it's one less question that you're having to ask. And that's the big thing. Because with Zambrano and now Jados, you now have what I believe at least two starters added to your offensive line to go with Sheridan Wilson and Vinny Scurry for next year.
Okay, so there's some question as to which side, but definitely in the category of starter. And I guess just for another piece of context, there still are pursuits ongoing of left tackle specific players. First, today's episode brought to you by the College Football Playoff. It's that time of the year. The College Football Playoff is back. And with the newly expanded 12-team format, it's guaranteed to be bigger and better than ever, bringing you all the hard-hitting and high-flying excitement that you love. TNT sports coverage of the College Football Playoff begins December 21st, starting with the College Football Playoff kickoff show presented by AT&T at 11 a.m. Eastern. Leading into our first matchup, the SMU Mustangs battling the Penn State Nittany Lions at noon. Then the Clemson Tigers look to upset the Longhorns in a showdown at 4 p.m. Eastern. Don't miss a moment of the action. Watch the College Football Playoff presented by Allstate live on TNT, True TV, TBS, and Max. There still are pursuits ongoing of left tackle specific players, right? So
fair.
Is that fair to – okay.
Yeah, but this road can get crooked. This portal search. I could envision a scenario to where if you don't get what you're looking for, or for whatever reason that is, and you veer off and take a different fork in the road, that you go find somebody that's an elite right tackle, which would push Will over to left, or so I just be careful about getting yourself talked into any one, this is just how it's going to be scenario, because I think there's still plenty to be determined, some of which we were trying to describe earlier. There's just I think they would say, yeah, right now he's your left tackle is Will Jados, but that depends on how the rest of next week goes and the week after, and maybe the spring, and then, whatever. Yeah. So, TBD.
Okay. Yeah, and that's just a good way to leave it in all frames of reference, because we're to be determined as far as the next time we'll reconvene, but we know we will. So make sure you're subscribed on YouTube or anywhere you get podcasts so you don't miss it when it happens. Chris, appreciate the time as always, man. Enjoyed it. We'll see you for the next one.
Absolutely. Yes, sir. We'll do it again. Hopefully soon.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind being back in the trenches. Either side of the line of scrimmage.
Neither.
Talking about some more help being added for the good guys. All right, you're good guys and gals for being out there and joining us once again. Thank you for the time. For Chris, I'm Casey. We hope to see you back for the next round on Locked On Texas Tech.